Good morning, my people. How are you today? Akakuba mukalawa je muli. This place is actually going to flood. Never nange siyente empeda bikabubi. Oh, the new siyenta looks ugly. Mukama atusasi. Mvuka mukali akakadde. Katola anti akakadde kakukayingira kutola anti kabi. But the new siyenta is ugly. It's like the new Voxen. The new Voxen looks ugly. So how are you, my people? I hope you are doing well. Today we are going to be talking about boundaries. Niza abala muzukuke, abala abazukuke, tutandike. But what do you, first of all, what are boundaries? In the instance that we are talking about the boundaries, kama tuogera ku bintu wano ewaffe for the love of God, what are boundaries according to you? Omuntu olina munyonyola otya ekigambo boundaries ekitegeeza in our context. Brush. Hello? Right now? Tell Mary to give me the brush. There are places that are actually almost flooding. Chemani, if it's raining like this, Nakawa around the former permit area, Chambogo, not Nakawa, Chambogo, it's flooded because this is a lot of rain. This is a lot of rain. This is one of the reasons why I bought my first car. One of the reasons, and it's one of the reasons why I keep owning cars. Because kati mwene enfugo omuntu alinya taxi ne bwoba mukama akuyambye n'ogituulamu okugivaamu nalwo olufuuka olutalo ate ababooda mukama ye abasaasi. In outside countries, here loco, it's raining in Kampala. It's raining seriously. So what are boundaries, guys? What are boundaries? Kanjide nsome ku manyaga ngenda tukali mu kajjamu nsoma amanyaga ate mbabuuzeeko officially, then we start the topic officially. Abantu leero baleka beebase, nange mwennyini olaba okuzuuka olwaleero lubadde lutalo, mbadde njagala kusigala nga neebase. I was sleeping. Nga ate bano abeebwayise enkuba eweze. And the thing about driving in the rain, especially on these bad maram roads, is that you don't have to go so fast, because oyinza okuba omuntu amazzi ne weereetera ebizibu. But overall, I don't think it's really a bad experience, especially when you have been going through. Remember yesterday's sun, omusana gwabadde gwaka ebbugumu nga lingi. So it happened, it did the same thing to every place. So I think the rain is well deserved. Bano bonna badde badduka jam. Good morning Antonio, Myombia Mark, Tusime Edinik, Wabuyi, Paul Sema, Abdurrahim Kasita, Serunjoji, William, Travel with Shafiq, Mutumba Pade, Martha Director, Martha Academy, Paul Sema, JFK Arts, the thing is, the taxi guys don't put AC, so it's better to work and get your own car. But there are people that are used to the taxis and their environment. AC temulia bakugulawo edirisa katono katono. Bridget Kakai, good morning. Studio 93 House Designs, good morning. Lubura Chris Fitness, good morning. Travel with Shafiq, responsibilities can't allow you to sleep. Man, responsibilities are something else. Yeah. Chamba de Shafiq, good morning. You find it difficult driving in rain, why? It's not that hard driving in rain. Tribe, good morning. Joshua Mogalasi, Mixed Farm. Habat, good morning. Deep in Coffee. Augustine Blues, good morning. Could it be raining in the entire world? Ewange matuganga video nkuba teto. Nkuba etandikide maganjo. After maganjo. Abdul, good morning. Sanji Phone Solutions, Matembe Abdul Nasa. So guys, what are boundaries? What are boundaries? I'm sure some of you guys can try to give me what are boundaries? Some people don't know how to use the AC heater on the dashboard to dry the moisture on their window. Even some people don't repair their wipers until it rains. Yeah. And atabo bebanji, especially the people that live in town. Out of town, repairing our wipers is not an option because literally every day we use our wipers. So you literally have to use the wiper again. We no kwesa wiper okujjako enfuufu. So kat wipers are phenomenal if I are out of town there you know kubanga. So ngate you guys that live in town but how are you? It's a new week. February tutandise okumutwaliriza. You remember the goals you set as the year was beginning? How many of those goals have you started to work on, and how many have you achieved so far? Good morning, Bashir Mukalazi. Okay, Travel with Shafik has defined, giving us our first definition of boundaries. Boundaries are limitations someone puts whereby you can't allow anyone to cross them no matter what. Exactly. Boundaries are very important, guys. The limitations that you put so that people don't cross them no matter what. Normally boundaries in our personal lives, we institute boundaries to avoid being violated, to avoid people taking advantage of us. That's why we create boundaries. We don't want people to use us. That's why we create boundaries. And it's not to keep people out. No, the boundaries are not meant to keep people away, but the boundaries are meant to enable you live with and work with people properly. I find that sometimes we were talking about on Saturday, I think we were talking about toxicity in the work environment. Remember, Prosi Bravo said her workplace is toxic and she's tired, and literally every workplace is toxic. But there are people that don't experience the toxicity because they have created boundaries. They have said, you know what, wanosi-itao, wanoto-itao, chirosichikola nawe tochikola. And they have created those kind of healthy boundaries. the quarter has squeezed me seriously. Yeah, kitegeera man. But I'm using the remaining month to fix it. Kitegeera man. Nange wakyaliwo ebikyagaanye nga bigaanidde nno ddala ogezaako obiyita eno n'eri naye nga negyoyita olowooza olabayo. Good morning Balvids. So boundaries guys, boundaries. What boundaries have you had to go through? You can create boundaries with your partner. You can create boundaries with your kids. You remember the boundaries that kids don't enter their parents' bedroom unless they knock. My son Ragnar is making 3 years. It's actually 3 years, yeah. My son Ragnar is 3 years, but he knows staying like singing daddy and mommy. So you'll come and knock and say, "Daddy, please may I come in?" And if you say no, he'll say okay and go back wherever he's coming from. That's a boundary I have set with my kids, and they know. By now we bakoma. There are boundaries you could create with your partner, and these boundaries not only protect your sanity, but the boundaries also help you protect your resources. Because orumo is okwa tori mugaga. Because I've seen relationships where men were saying, omukazi yanteka ku pressure nenzimbira mama we, nateka ku pressure nenkolera we wawe kino, nateka ku pressure nenkola. That's because there were no boundaries. Good morning Arthur. I just joined today on the live. Oh, Kare Herbert Derek, you're welcome. Today we are talking about boundaries. What are boundaries? How does someone maintain healthy boundaries? And how does someone create boundaries and still have healthy relationships with whoever they are in relationships with? Let them be business relationships, love relationships, family relationships. Omuntu akoza atya to create boundaries. Atera nasigara that he or she has healthy relationships. And of course, we have a definition here from Shafiq. He's saying these are limitations someone puts whereby you can't allow anyone to cross them no matter what. So you can have limited boundaries with your phone, you can have boundaries with your car, you can have boundaries with your laptop and all that. So you guys, what do you think is someone should do to create boundaries and yet still maintain healthy relationships? Please share. Good morning, Alan Mulindo, Moses Heath, and Clark Ryan. Good morning. Baita Honda Freed. Honda Freed. Looks like a Ractis, but it's not really a Ractis. It's a Honda. Because you look at the boot, the length of that boot, and when you look at the height of the car. So guys, how does someone create boundaries yet maintain healthy relationships? Because that's also important. You don't want to create boundaries nga zigoba bugobi bantu ate olumu nga baali badde bakubeererawo nga because you have those crazy boundaries ate tebasobola kukubeererawo. Honda Freed mugirabye bwenyirira yiyo. Herbert is saying that prioritize honesty and speaking out. This works for me. Marayo sentence Herbert. Gotoka na wakamoto kako Mr. Matembe. Kanakanga akakolebwanga kabalema. Omulema wayingira obulungi nayitene mabega nagenda paka eri maaso. Moses Sitagama, before one creates boundaries, one should first ensure they have earned respect from his fellow peers or society. Moses, how do you know that you have earned respect though? Because it's the boundaries that show that you actually have the respect. Because once you create the boundaries and people respect them, it shows that you have earned respect. Sicho? Chris Fitness agamba, clear and straightforward communication is essential when you want to enforce boundaries. Don't complain if they do you wrong when you didn't give clear communication about your boundaries. Yes, thank you very much. So you need to tell people, you know what? If you're going to we are going to be friends. This is what we do, this is what we don't do, this is what we talk about, this is what we don't talk about. I'm not comfortable with you using this language around me. I'm not comfortable with you touching my phone. I'm not comfortable with you touching my computer without my permission. I'm not comfortable with you doing certain things. No be naming. Clear communication, by the way. I find that that's a very effective thing to do. It's the effective way of communicating your boundaries. Be clear about what you want. Deep in coffee, boundaries, according to me, I think they are principle that a relationship do's and don'ts. Don't you think it's a little bit more than that? Why do you think that even after someone creating boundaries and communicating them very well, why do you think that people still cross the boundaries? Is it because there is no respect in the relationship? Because someone can say, like I've found parents that quarrel with their kids, but every time kids are found doing that, my kids know that this phone is off bounds, and even mommy's phone is off bounds. They are creating that boundary. Because they know that it does not agree with that.